Se te olvida que yo inventé el juego. Me das risa con tu postureo, pero muero por verte intentar. Baby, bórrame esa story. Esto es super boring. Sorry, eres super, super boring. Soy superhero, nada que hacer contigo. Soy superhero, soy superhero. necesitas un mapa. Te tiembla la voz, te delatas. Y yo no te voy a enseñar. Eres amateur, se te olvida que yo inventé el juego. Me das risa con tu postureo, pero muero por verte intentar. Baby, bórrame esa story. Esto es super boring. Sorry, eres super, super boring. Soy superhero, nada que hacer contigo. Soy superhero, soy superhero.
So when we I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason here, Signature Sports. Pleasure is to have you alive and charged. Blankety blink, 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 blink. Just making sure I'm not the one blinking here.
No, it's hard. Everybody's seeing a hard time.
All right. Good evening, folks. How are you doing? It is Friday night. It is supposed to be 40 degrees in the morning after our nice 70-degree day. I'm a little irritated about it. But hey, we got some Iracing. VIP tire and service commercial you just saw a moment ago. But this is the My Three Sons Cup Series here for Chop Shop Racing Series. Friday Night Racing. I'm joined at the broadcast booth by, the girl of a man, the Fuego, the 249764. Is that some measurements? I'm not sure.
Just whatever number I can get when I decide to race. That sounds like one.
Those are car measurements. That's what we're talking about. That's what those are. The measurements of the car. Good to see you, Sherry. Much love, dear. There is the proud owner of My Three Sons Vintage and Antique Mall. You can find her up in Tacoma, Washington. Go to my3-sons.com. Make sure you give her a phone call as well. She kicks butt and takes names. That's pretty much who she is. She's the best there is, the best there was, best there ever will be. She, in the words of Ricky Bobby, she wakes up the morning, pisses excellence. Pretty much that is. John, thank you for the like, sir. Striker, thank you for the like. Dudley, thank you for the like. Charles Quake, thank you for that. What's up, Chuck? Good to see you out there, man. I hope you're having a fantastic Friday evening. A lot of folks out there running Daytona, or not Daytona, Talladega right now, so we're seeing a lot of live streaming folks come across. So if you are live streaming and you come across, I may have to just send everybody over to you after we're done with the race. I would love to see it. Man, how's baby? How's life been, Joe?
Man, we're doing great. He's asleep behind me right now. I don't know how much longer he'll be asleep, but he's doing great. We were outside with my my older son at the park hanging out. He was getting some exercise, and we're having a ball. It's good times.
All right, let's add a stream marker in for everybody. That is going to be what we do there. We'll put an ad up for every qualifying getting underway for that stuff. I'm trying to get all the ads out of the way for everybody across everything. So if you are not subscribed or whatever the case may be, or maybe you don't have YouTube Premium, then you're probably going to see some ads. I do apologize. I want to get them out of the way early, so that way I don't have to really worry about it. You know what I mean? I don't want folks to have to, deal with ads. So we'll do a 90-second ad. There it is. And I'll stop ads for a little while. Qualifying underway. Iowa Speedway is where we're going to be running today, folks. 200 laps for the drivers as we get ready to be about 3 races away from the playoffs for the Cup Series. And that actually is the same thing for the Xfinity Series. Xfinity Series are going to be running tomorrow afternoon, about 3 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Eastern. Tune into the platform for that. Just under 200 miles, in between 8/10 and 9/10 of a mile on this racing surface. Iowa is a weirdly shaped, has a lot of bobbles into the turns and into the corners. It's crazy. Newton, Iowa on track tonight, 84 degrees on the track temperature, 74 degrees on the air temperature, 31% humidity. We should not see the humidity be too much of a factor as far as visibility goes, but 6 mile an hour wind could play a factor with the cloudy skies. 100% fuel force at the tire stage is going to be at 50, 100, and 200. They do not stop for the stages. They keep rolling, so we're going to see a lot of laps. I think 75 to 78 laps is not unheard of.
And it's going to be a great race. This is a real rhythm track. I love this track as well. It's Richmond. And it's funny you mentioned the track length here. As NASCAR measured it, it's at 0.87. According to IndyCar, it's 0.89. So there's just your discrepancy depending on what sectioning body. But the turns are banked 12 degrees to 14 degrees, and they're progressive banking. And what that means is the higher you go up in the corner, the more banking you'll get. So the more downforce you get to the car, they'll be faster up top and have the drive coming off. So this is the multi-groove racetrack. You can be up and down, middle of the track. We're going to see a lot of multi-lane racing, hopefully some clean racing here at Iowa.
Even if it's not clean racing, the wrecks are spectacular at Iowa. Just saying. Mr. Odell. Mr. Odell, thank you for the like. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this racetrack. Nothing wrong with it.
I'll take some door banging and beating too. It's a good show.
I do. I would as well. Good to see all my counterparts out there. Good to see all the folks out there. Folks, we are in a downtime for iRacing broadcasts right now. So which is not a bad thing. Okay? It's a good thing. Gives me a break, gives me a check on some things. Lets me get my creative juices flowing. You see the 8 get a little bit free. It's Cam Dario right there, and he's a big fan of Rowdy, so he's getting himself situated and run like Rowdy, I think, today. We'll see if that is going to play a factor into his drive style. You see him run up near the wall. Something I do like about Iowa, you talk about progressive banking. Do you think anybody's going to be able to utilize that line later on?
I've seen a couple of drivers try it in practice, not really successfully. I don't like it. I'm not much of a highline person here. I'm a bottom feeder at most tracks. But I'd like to see someone give it a shot, especially mid to late run when what they're doing is not working. So we might see someone, hey, let me give it a shot, see what they get. Maybe they'll figure something out during the race.
Forgive me, folks. I can't hear. Hey, there it is. Now I can hear. Can hear now. Can you hear me?
Little difficulty. I got you.
Nah, my Goal Accelerator came unplugged. It was good. They could hear you, but I couldn't. It's all good. Audio's back working. Everybody should be fine. It's intense. Hey, let's take a look at the points. That's something I do want to take a look at. We go over to the intermission screen where we everything shine by shine. It's kind of cool. Nathan Lewell has 5 wins on the series. Has already secured his way in. Here's the thing about the playoffs. We have 3 races left, including today's. We have 12 spots into the playoffs. We have 7 different winners. And so those spots are becoming harder and harder to fill. Drivers like John Hammond, 44 points off of the cut line right now, may need that win. So you might see somebody like John or Stefan Salas be a little bit more aggressive. Jonathan Parsons right there, kind of on the cutoff line with Odell, and there's Redkin right there. But it's a big point spread when it comes to the way the series kind of holds on. Sherylculver battling up there as well. We'll see how it kind of plays out, but shorter fields means that the points are kind of tighter, so you're getting more and more of that spread if you don't show up for a race. But John definitely needing a win. I know he has to miss a lot of races, but it'd be kind of cool to see him get out there and bid for a win.
Yeah, John's had a horrid luck in his endeavors here at the Cup Series lately, so hopefully he has a good run here at Richmond and can stay away from the carnage.
Here's a look at it, folks. Your starting grid. Michael Strickland's going to be your pole sitter here. Stryker getting another pole. He can knock out the pole positions. It's his luck to try to keep out there and getting those wins. Just trying to find that victory lane. Sometimes eludes him, but he does pretty well. Mark Waddell's going to be outside pole. Colby Hartung and Nathan Lewell make up row number 2. Row 3 will be Mark Redkin, Jeremiah Burke out there in the 73. He's going to have Robert Dudley and Cam Dario to their rear. Jonathan Parsons, Stephen Salas, Jason Day, John Hammond. Speaking of which, he's going to start there from that 6th row. A couple of more rows for you. Biggert, Caffrey, Dove, the field. Who you got your eye on tonight when it comes to the 16 drivers we have in today's race?
Well, I don't want to pick one of the go-tos. We saw Lowell. We talked about him in practice. He's pretty quick. Stryker's usually getting up front starts in the pole, but he has some trouble running the long runs. But I think I want to see maybe like Jason Day, Michael Caffrey pulling out here. I'll root for either one of them, and hopefully they can get a great finish here.
I'm going to give the commentator curse and give it to John Hammond. So John can blame me for anything bad that happens. I'd like to see him get a win. Now I tell you what, everybody in front of him is fast, but John did not qualify. So he's back to running. He's going to run, figure the car out, figure the race line out. Stryker is very fast early and is very fast on the long run on short tracks, but sometimes it depends on Stryker's. It's not that he's not fast. It's his pit strategy that I think has always been an issue for him, and we'll see if he's going to be able to make that work and be able to keep himself on the lead lap and not have to battle back. Odell up on the high side. Looks like the 23 has some blink. So does the 73 though.
Yeah,
that's interesting to see. A couple of them having internet issues and knowing where the server is right now, it's they hardly ever have those issues. So we'll see what happens. Pace car is going to dive in, and for 200 laps, 200. It's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy.
I'm excited.
Fast. It's going to be quick. I mean, 200 laps may not seem like a lot. May seem like a lot of laps for a lot of drivers. 200 laps around, tracks like this one, between half and the intermediate tracks we call them. They're not quite a mile, not quite that half mile paperclip like you see with like Martinsville and some of the other three-quarter mile tracks. But it's going to be fun. It could be a mile on the high side, that's for sure. 88.9, 23.7, going at it, pitter.
Great start for everybody. Good clean start, side by side, going into one. See if Mark can hang on.
I don't think Odell has an issue here. Iowa is going to be a good racetrack for him. See if he's going to be able to pinch the outside. He's going to be able to do so. 8's going to rocket toward the inside as well. Or the 88. 9 to the outside. Odell running up the race line. It's going to be near the wall. So is the 7 of Alul. There's Jonathan Parsons back here getting a little bit dicey, trying to find his way. There goes Mark Waddell to the outside. You talk about the progressive banking of Iowa. Similar tracks here. You look at Darlington. You look at Richmond. Very much progressive bank tracks. The higher you go.
It looks like a lot of that middle lane is going to prevail here. Almost a freight train on the top side above Stryker there.
Nathan Little will run the bottom side now. You watch what Nathan Little's doing. He's utilizing all of the racetrack. Waddell right now 0.3 of a second lead. You see it all the way down to the 1,000th on the near side over there. He's running next to the wall. He's going to try to end it. Look at the 7 rolls the corner all the way to the bottom of the race line here. Cuts in early. Mark Odell gets a run on the back straightaway. Only runs to the second lane. A little catching just a little bit this time, but 3 and 4 a little bit different. 1 and 2, Mark Odell runs higher. 3 and 4, he runs all the way to the bottom. 23.97 was his last lap, fastest lap of the race. Qualifying trim to race line trim. What do you think these guys are going to be looking at?
Well, it's all stock setup, fixed setup from what iRacing gives us. So that what little we can do with steering offset, brake bias, and all that, what guys change during qualifying, can't be much. Can't change tape, or we can't even put tape anymore. But can't do much as far as qualifying trim. Something I'll do is change the offset, make it more snappier, so I could turn in quicker in qualifying. So it's just what these guys change. A lot of guys just run the fixed setup for qualifying.
I typically run the smaller of the. I tried it. So if you remember the old Gen 6 cars, folks, you have the steering offset or steering ratio. It used to be 8-1, 10-1, 12-1, 16-1, 14, 16, so on and so forth. I don't even think they had an 18-1 in the Cup car. For free.
Oh.
Yep. That was a great view from where we were at right there. Of course, my dog's barking.
Wrecking behind him.
Caution's going to come out. Jonathan Parsons unable to hold on to that. Great view from the 75 there. If I were to fine-tune the way the setup works, so he saved it right there with the 76, and he gets free again.
Back up. Yep. Oh,
and
no.
He gets right into Jason Day.
What'd you say, commentator's curse?
That was you. That was not me.
Hope it's not too bad for him.
I mean, he pancaked him, but he looks all right. Not bad. He'll be on pit road though. He'll be coming around. He'll get some of that stuff taken care of. Andrew DeField's going to be out of the race, so he did not start. So 52 on pit road, getting damages taken care of. Small racetrack to be working on it. Turn 4, may choose to go a lap down because the caution can come out any time. Jonathan Parsons is getting snappy out there in the Nickelodeon Ford. I would, if on qualifying trim, I'd take myself to 10-1, and then, depending on the racetrack, if it's a short track like this, I'd probably go to 8-1 on my qualifying just to be able to run the corner down, have the offset, all the way negative, so that way I can turn in or have the car fight me instead of wanting to turn all the way out, and that's what I used to do. I don't race as much anymore, folks, because I'm tired of getting my irate and trashed by 1 or 2 races in a row, and people not paying attention. That's why I like calling them, because I can just call everybody out, and it's all good.
I'm still seeing Day on pit road. I heard in the Discord there that he got some damage to the steering. The wheels all sideways, so he might be there for a minute. Fortunately.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Just Somebody's going to have an issue. We'll see a wreck here or 2. He'll be a couple of laps down. He may get those laps back quicker than you think. Odell, Alul, Hartung, Strickland, Dudley, Redkin, Burke, Hammond, Dario, Biggert. That'll be your top 10. We shall see what they do. I have to check on chat, folks, because you're all amazing, and I just keep forgetting to look at chat anymore. And that's not because of you folks, it's because you're awesome. Nate says, hey, what's up, chat? Sherry, oh shucks, you ain't lying. True story. Folks, I want to hear your chats. I want to see what you're doing. Make sure you hit the like, follow, share, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I was going to go live back on Kick, but I'm going to save Kick for the test my boundaries for Ballistic. She wants to play, she wants to be able to play, what is it called? Beat Saber. So we're going to try that on Kick. We're going to try that out on Kick for her. We set up the in-home studio for her to be able to do that on. So we will, we'll make sure that we try that on over there. So that's kind of what it is. Adele chooses the high line here on the restart. Where does this person go? He had a 4/10 of a second lead. Nathan Alou wasn't exactly playing catch up to him.
biding his time. The right rear is going to start to cook off if they get a good run there, and we might see some guys to start slipping side off the corner more. We'll see if he's just a little more patient.
Your sister says hello. Hi, Valerie. How you doing? We's going back to Green Flag Racing right about now. Mark Waddell, great restart in that zone. Pick your butt, taking aims. See, I knew I was missing some folks. Donnie giving us a like. Much love, Donnie. How are you doing, sir? I saw it.
Wow, Lowell just sent it in that corner there, and it stuck on the bottom. That was pretty fascinating to see.
Can Odell battle back? I think he's going to be able to. High side working here. Has the run of speed. Has the better speed. Fill up some liquor bottles for your housewarming party tomorrow. Nice.
We got to go. I'd love to go. They just her and her boyfriend been fixing up that house for a while.
9-7 side by side. Odell takes over the lead. Lewell's trying to pull a slide job off here. If he's going to make it stick, he's going to have to do it now because Odell's faster on that higher side, and he's going to need more of the racetrack. Mark Odell giving up the race pace to Nathan Lewell, who finally takes over the lead. And I don't know, he was really free after about 20 or 30 laps on his run. I saw in practice. So we'll see if Nathan Lewell can hold on to this one, utilizing as much of the racetrack as he is. Colby Hartung got to get himself back into the mix. Nathan Lewell up 3. Stryker off 3 as your pole sitter needs to go to work here. He's got a whole lot of drivers behind him that are, they're going. Jason Day parking it for the day. Parsons is going to be a lap down. Well, congratulations on the house. Mark Odell back to the outside.
Prevailing there in the middle line in 1 and 2 was getting him up there, but like you mentioned, he's running the bottom, and 3 and 4 is what he preferred.
9 back to the outside. 7 looks a little touchy dice there. I mean, he's not running all the way up to the wall where he needs to be. 1 and 2. Second lane for the 9. 23 is going to be right there with them. Back straightaway is going to be better. 23 is going to be right there side by side with the 7. Now watch the 9 drop down to the bottom. Yep, 3 and 4. That's where you talk about prevailing. That's exactly where he went. 23 is going to be there with him. Mark Odell's got this one figured out. Second lane for the 9. Crossover for the 23. Down to the bottom side. 23's been watching for a hot minute. And now the 9 going to go back on defense here. We're going to have another party when Joseph comes back home and celebrating your nephew you haven't seen yet. Yep, I can understand that. 49 of Robert Dudley up near the wall. And look at that. Colby Hartung lost all that ground very quickly as Mark Odell went to work.
All that momentum up there in the middle line. He's getting the drive off. Hartung's kind of driving it hard to get by the 9, but he's got to check up. So all the momentum lost there, but he's still there, trying some things out early in the race. See what works later on at the end.
He tried to send me photos. Well, he sent me photos the other day of the little guy, and convinced me that I need another child. Not happening. Not a real thing. That's a no-no. 23 gaining ground here on 3 and 4. Maybe figured something out as far as the 9 goes. 7 up near the wall. 49 there as well. Stryker almost pegging the wall off 4. 76 and Mark Retkin into that second lane, rolling in that higher lane as John Hammond behind him. Hammond, your biggest mover of the race so far. The Cam Dario off 1 back here is going after the 73 of Jeremiah Burke. Jeremiah is a fast driver as well. I'm surprised nobody came in for fuel.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Not a single driver came in for fuel that time. I mean, I know this is all about strategy, or this is a momentum track. This is a definitely a track position track as well. But with a driver like what Mark Odell's doing here, maybe fuel would have been a different story. 23 with a run to the inside. We'll try to take that in 1 and 2 again. Mark Odell's going to be able to deliver here. The 23 going to utilize a little bit of tire back straightaway. It's going to go to the 9's bidding here. 7's going to rocket into the inside. 9 runs the second lane. Odell to the outside again. Hartung unable to get up the race line there to be able to contend with that.
You see the space between the two cars off the corner, very cordial on lap 24. Lots of room given, but late in the race might be a little tighter.
9:23, 7:88, back at it here, 75, closing in some distance. Chris, give us a like.
The 73.
Jeremiah Burke having an issue. 98 car is having a baby visit. Good luck to all the drivers. I know. Congratulations on becoming a godparent. This is what happened to the 73 here, folks.
He was hopefully hitting nothing.
I think he just got free on the bottom side there. Yeah, his nose was just poked up into the drive line there. Nothing big, just tires. Now we'll see him come to pit road for fuel. I mean, I would think.
He looked like he had a weird angle going in there. He was already a little sideways going in that corner, and just trying to save it. Catching the apron didn't help, and around it went. But he didn't hit nothing. Everything's all good for him.
Nobody. Caffrey, Salas.
Yeah, I would take fuel at least. I don't know about tires because we don't have many tire sets, but at least fuel. I think I'm on board with Caffrey and them guys right now.
They can run a couple extra laps. They're all on the same kind of strategy here. They don't really cycle all too much. They should be good to go. And even if they wanted to use an extra set of tires here, I mean, they're going to run their fuel cycle and their fuel window. Yeah, fuel only for Caffrey.
So it's a total of 4 sets, including the one on the car. So it's a 3 extra. About lap 20, I'm hearing is the mark where they really start to feel the car get free up. Definitely would try to save a set for the end.
Evan Salison on pit road. He's going to be backing up to make sure he gets his fuel. I think that's the one thing that he was trying to do there. He'll be leaving pit road. Fuel only for all the drivers. As the second caution comes out, and I missed the caution sponsor stuff. Hydration, the most important way you can help your body, folks, and that's what we're having to do. We're going to hydrate. They're going to pace around for a couple of laps. Be right back with you in just a moment.
Hello, I'm Jeremy, Service Manager of VIP in West Lebanon, New Hampshire. When a customer comes into VIP, it's an experience starting with walking the customers out to the car, getting all the information, getting feedback from the customer, kind of feeling the customer out on how their driving conditions are, how it may affect their car, or maintenance interval schedules that may be coming up, alerting any safety concerns, just creating that transparency with the customer. To VIP, a certified automotive professional means somebody VIP can rely on to get the job done right the first time, creating a comeback or a lifetime of customers in the future. My favorite part of the job, really seeing a customer genuinely smile when the service that they get done is completed the right way at a fair price. You just earned an automotive customer for life.
Well, that second caution of the race. Right. Couple drivers coming in for fuel. And maybe somebody came in for tires. I'm not quite sure if he did or not. He might have. Because he was your lucky dog. Now the Barson's your lucky dog back on the lead lap. He's going to start the tail end of the field. It's the day out of the race. DeField's going to be out of the race as well. Stefan Salas with 31. We're starting behind Jeremiah Burke. Drivers will be single file back there. It's going to be the 9 on the outside on the restart here. 9, 23, 7, 88, 49, green flag.
As soon as he entered the restart zone, he got the jump on everybody. Good job changing it up there for the 9.
Last time he waited till late in the restart zone, but still had a good restart. 23 to the inside. 43 with a run. 88 to the outside of the 7. 49 of Robert Dudley digging in as well. Stefan Salas back here holding on. Jonathan Parsons has, I believe he's got a new set of tires. But he's going to have to run longer than everybody else. Colby Hartung taking over the lead here.
We've seen that with Alol get by the 9, and Odell came back when they got going, but see if tire wear might be a factor there in the middle lane, and someone using the high lane back there.
And Dario on the 8, getting around everybody, trying to pull, well, we know the guy. We know the guy.
Got by both John and I think Dudley is on his inside.
He probably just said, you know what, I'm not going to lift.
Love it.
Now he's going. That's where he's running the 3rd lane. That's a tire-eating lane as well. 88 to the inside of the 9. It's going to be up 3 wide, almost collecting each other. 9 right there. 88. He's going to back out. I was going to say Mark Riddell is going to be a gentleman here. He's going to back out of the corner. He's going to run the bottom side here. It's the first time we've seen him run 1 and 2 down to the bottom. The 9, you know, wants to be on the high side. Has led a ton of laps here. Now he's going to rocket towards the bottom. 8 way up the racetrack, though. Has a ton of speed. 75, a little free. 49 right back with him. Woo.
Man, I'm liking that line, Cam. That's why I'd like to run. It's very, very fast if you can hang on to it, but it unloads so quick off the corner. You can lose it pretty quickly up there. But he's doing a great job. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
9 races the track now. 75 up near the wall. This is your battle for 4th. Colby Hartung out front. 15 laps to go to stages next time by. Remember, stages end on lap 50 and lap 100. Nathan O'Rourke not holding on to his race pace. And I tell you what, Stryker backed up the car for a little while, and right now you're seeing the reason why, and that's exactly it. And run that 2nd lane similar to what Mark Odell did. I think Stryker knows that he can be, he's free. When I talked about Strickland here.
He just stabbed on the brake there to get the nose pointed so you don't shoot back up the track.
Did a great job. Now has to cool the tires off. He was faster. Jeremiah Burke having an issue back here. It's going to be on off the racing surface. Car backwards. Those cars are still locked in. He's going to take the RFK look. He's going to have an unsafe pit entrance there. I guarantee that.
That'll be a penalty, yeah.
About to come to pit road. That's unfortunate. Jeremiah, you're a fast race car driver. Unsafe pit exit.
Oh, that's the apron.
That's close. That was close. Oh, that was almost close too. It almost took out the cone.
He's okay.
Don't touch the cone, folks. Don't touch the cone. One, it'll destroy your car. Now, Jerry Culver had to take Scarlett's car out. That's what that said. Hartung front by full second. Cam Dario in 3rd. Took a look. Come on, Mr. Stryker. Take Scott's car out to the track. Needs some work for her first race tomorrow. I wish her all the best. I really do. Good luck with that baby. Stefan on pit road.
I'm willing to bet he. Oh,
He blinked.
willing to bet he's gonna change him here. Yep.
40 of 200. 2 cautions so far. That make it 3. Mark Redkin involved. Devin had a jump on 39. Let's see, he had a jump to pit roads. Pit road. Hold on. Did he have to reset? No. Crazy. Caution comes out for the 3rd time here. 76 rockets into the corner. Just stabs the brake, gets tight, goes around, drifts the corner.
Looks like that was a yeah.
Interesting.
Little bump on the nose there, fairly clean, but yeah, I don't see a crash pointing that way too often here.
I'm to the inside, but hey, you know what?
Oh, he's driving it in very deep, very hard, trying to catch it mid through the corner, and it just ended up pointing that way.
Let's back this up real quick. I'm playing with Joe's computer right now, folks. Yeah, he stabbed that brake. He had to have. Or to snap around in 5th gear that way. Under 2,000 RPMs too. $19.97. Oh, dang it. 42,200.
I'm hearing on the driver chatter there in Discord, a lot of guys are liking that middle lane. We might see more of them elect the middle, maybe more takers for the top, the way they were seeing Cam running up there. Might get a little shifty as the run goes on.
Well, the sun's setting as well, so the track will go through its nighttime change. We're seeing less and less of the bottom being used. Even your race leader, Colby Hartung, had a 1.1 second lead at the time of the caution. Nathan Alula in second here. Colby's fast, man. It's not anybody that you can sleep on here and know that you're going to be able to pull a fast one on him. A fast driver. Nathan Alula, we have seen get a bunch of wins, but I tell you what, all these drivers will count for some of the newcomers to the Chop Shop Racing Series.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Colby's a great guy to race with. He's very quick, a very clean racer. Races you hard but fair. So it's a very welcome addition to Chop Shop. I'm glad he's here.
And a big congratulations to Adam Pettit, the number 17 for the Chop Shop Racing Truck Series. It was brought to you by VIP Tire and Service. They just had the championship races past Tuesday. He was the one and only. Not only did he win the race, led the most laps, but also beat everybody else when it came to that Final Four. So he is the Season 1 champion for the Chop Shop Truck Series. Daniel Dow, the 21, he came home with the best of the rest. They had 2 championships going on at the same time, and that was one of them. 23 electing the inside lane here on the restart. Thoughts on that?
Maybe just more comfortable on the inside. We've seen him run the bottom more than the other guys. Maybe trying something different. Sun's going down like you mentioned. We'll see how it goes here.
Yeah, pitter patter, he's in it. Green flag waves. That was a great launch. Look at it, 0.3 of a second launch. 7's going to drop in. Mark Odell back up at the mix inside the top 5. Where does Stryker go from here?
He's in the thick of it right now. Just got to be a little bit of wall. Be patient. Don't cook the right rear because you're going to feel it a couple laps later. It's going to sneak up on you pretty quick. But we see him on the top there where Cam runs. And he might run that more often now, I'm thinking.
4 to the bottom side. 4 has new tires. Got new tires on that And that pit stop earlier on lap 26. Robert Dudley came in on 41. He took tires as well. Has a shot at a stage win here. Stage win worth some bonus points. Going to check out to Colby Hartung. Nathan Lewell to the bottom side. 23 to the bottom here, or to the high side. 7 trying to play catch up. Hartung faster than Nathan Lewell on that spread. Nathan Lewell trying to make it interesting here. Nathan Biggert at the 19. Getting around the 9 of Mark O'Dell, but Mark O'Dell battling back to the outside.
Getting that drive off the outside there.
There's your driver. Talked about the outside lanes for Cam Dario here. Here's where Cam's working.
Yeah, he's committed to that top sided. Looks like Stryker's running it too. I'm not sure if it's because he wants to or because the bottom's too loose for him.
Michael Strickland back to 10th now. As Michael Caffrey pulls a fast one. There goes Jonathan Parsons in 6th. Good to go in the stage. Mark O'Dell about to be under fire from Parsons. Dudley already up into 4th. Lap 50 being completed. This is your white flag lap for the stage. It's the 19 of Nathan Biggert to the bottom side. 49. They're behind the 7 of Nathan Lewell. He's got 2 turns to gain some bonus points here. Can he do it? He's going to drive around on the outside. He's going to take over the lead regardless if he doesn't. So Colby Hartung is going to have the stage. Dudley is going to be P2.
Just got him.
Nathan Lewell 3rd. Biggert 4th. O'Dell, then Parsons, Hammond, Cam Dario, then Michael Strickland, Michael Caffrey. That'll be your top 10. And right now, Robert Dudley says, give me them tires, I'm going.
And if we get a long green, if it goes green from here, these guys are in trouble because Dudley's going to start pulling away. If you get far enough, that pit stop's not going to hurt you as much when he has to come in.
Not only pull away, but he's also going to start lapping some of these drivers and put them a couple of laps down. We look at a 50-lap run here. Drivers start coming in on 70, 78, somewhere around that mark. You're going to start seeing some of these drivers think about when those tires are going to even out. And after about 20 laps, the fall off on the race line. The best lap right now is roughly about 24 seconds. 23.97. That was done by Mark O'Dell. Robert Dudley's best lap, 24.01. His last lap, 24.45. Colby Hartung, who's in 2nd right now, his fast lap was 25.07, and he's got a 1.4 second lead over Nathan Lewell, who is kind of just falling off. Mark O'Dell is catching back up to Nathan Lewell, though. Man.
Mark's still running the middle, is committed to the middle 1 and 2 there. Very comfortable. Car's very smooth.
We talked about Cam Dario earlier. Cam's moved down to the bottom of the racetrack. He was running up near the wall and running that 3rd lane, trying to get around some drivers. Not doing that anymore. Jonathan Parsons up 2. John Hammond and Nathan Biggert both tied for the biggest move of the race. Nathan Biggert up 7 as new tires rue the roost out front. Jonathan Parsons has new tires. He's not making it work. Cam Dario up near the wall. A little wall scrape there on the front straightaway. You can see the 73 trying to work back. It's Jeremiah Burke to the bottom side. Dang old thing, man. It's a different kind of race line.
Like just moving a little bit of wall there. Just moving around the track, trying to find something possibly.
That nose camera, you see just how long he's out of the throttle. He blinked there. Don't blink, you know just what you're thinking. Hey, split second, giving us a line. Thank you, split second. Much love. Caffrey, speaking of split second, there's Michael Caffrey. He's from your neck of the woods, from Perth, Australia. Robert Dudley, 4.5 second lead. 41 lap fresher tires. Gonna start putting people a lap down real quick here.
And if I were him right now, I'd just back up the corners, give up some of that time, and just protect the tires now, because it's all you right now. That you got the freshest tires, you're in front. Got no one to mess with.
I think he is. He just ran a 24.8 second lap. He could run faster. I mean, his cycle's only on 18 laps. I mean, he's only ran 18, not even 18 laps at speed, because we had a caution at lap 41 or lap 40. He came back to Green Flag Racing at lap 45. He's backing up the corners. He's running higher here.
Maybe he lost it a bit. That was a weird entry there.
He's probably listening to the broadcast going, they're saying back up my corner. Not back it all the way to the wall. Don't do that.
Don't do that, yeah. Let's scrub them off.
Half second to Colby Hartung. Yeah, he just ran a 25.36. Still faster than second by 0.3 of a second. Playing catch up to Brad Dove.
Side by side. In front of him, sorry. See how he dissects this traffic here.
If he had a horn, he'd be using it right now. Oh, to the back bumper of the 76. Oh, trying to be patient. 76 does not roll up the race line here. And I tell you what, Mark is not one to give up his lead lap here, but I'm going to tell you, the 49 has brand new tires. There's no Cam Derry coming to pit road, 63.
Yeah,
he was first takers here.
He wasn't going to hold off Dudley there.
Mr. Dudley, Colby Hartung in second, 6.1 second difference. Mark O'Dell around Nathan O'Loole. A little blank going on for the 23. It's a challenging aspect whenever you have internet blanking. Sherry, thank you for the share, my dear. Hopefully you're having a great night. Still watching some of the My 3 Astronomers Cup Series, brought to you by you amazing darling. My Burkup inside the top 5 now. He got tires as well. Even on the second time on lap 42. Doing pretty well. Hammond coming to pit road. So some of the drivers coming to pit road early. 65, the magic number maybe for some fuel. They could run a lot longer than that. I say a lot longer, another 10 laps, but some of the drivers are saying, I'm going to split this in thirds.
From what I was getting in the full runs with the other drivers in practice, Tractor was giving me numbers like 110-ish laps on a full tank. We do run full 100% fuel. That's pretty insane, but to run 110 laps on the same tire set, I don't know if anyone wants to do that.
That's why I was saying 75. That's normally the laps that we see out of even the Cup cars. At about 75 laps, their tires are about to blow up. Same thing with Martinsville. Martinsville, they can run, some ungodly amount of laps on a set on a fuel run. As the 49 taps the wall there. The one thing the 49 does not need to be doing is getting into the wall at all.
Don't hurt yourself.
And now you see him almost drifting out of 3 and 4. He knows that some of the drivers here came to pit road. So he's going to put a 1 or 2 of them a lap down. Now is the time when you were talking about backing up the corners. And some of those drivers trying to be on a different strategy here, trying to put themselves in that mix. Some of these drivers might go 115 laps and try to put themselves on that marker. 49 gooses the brake there. I don't know what. I don't look like he may have hurt himself a little bit there. 25.79 was the last lap. Here comes Cam Dario. 24.17 was his last lap, ran his fastest lap of the race. Dario coming into view on the right side of your screen. Little Jettas. Going to get right there to the back bumper of the 49. He's going to arrow push him. Do you see that arrow push him up? Man. All right,
That's
go ahead.
him. He'll get. No, you're good. Love it, Cam. That's one of his 2 laps down. So now he's 1 lap down, as well as Hammond and Salas are 2 laps down. So you gotta be careful on pit road. Don't miss your entries. Don't slide your box, because it's gonna hurt a lot.
First of the takers for tires and fuels, the 49.
Uh-oh.
Caution comes out. And we're going to see a lot of drivers a lap down right now. Michael Caffrey. It was taken out. We shall see. Caution comes out. 4th time. Let's see some free pass cars here. Dudley. Whoa. He's stuck in a rock and a hard spot here.
Yeah, he wanted for it to really cycle through for him to pit. See what happened to Caffrey, though.
Dark Horizon Fishing giving you your caution once again. Here's a look. 77 down to the bottom side. Just unloaded, unleveled, sideways. Woo!
Saw the rear end just kick out a bit middle of the corner. Just lost of grip. Tires are hot. They're old.
The first time Caffrey comes to pit road this time too. Yeah, he just stabbed the brake a little bit. Just brake. You saw the bumps. IOWA not a track meant for this car, I don't think. But could be a great addition to the NASCAR circuit, running a couple of times a year. That'd be kind of cool. 4th caution comes out. Track Racer. Redefine your gaming at trackracer.com/ with a reference of Chop Shop Racing. Save yourself some money over there. Trackracer.com. Admin Boxx for 2axes.com. Another part of what they do over here. The old Chop Shop Racing platform. It's been a long-time sponsor. I kind of play their stuff all the time. They're not even my sponsor, and I kind of play their stuff. It's kind of what we do. Fuego, tell people where they can get their paints done by you.
Looking at John there. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm talking about you. I'm talking about your little paint business too, Mr. Fuego Paints.
I'm watching John there. He was waiting for Dudley to go in, but he's going to be stuck at 2 laps down. I was dissecting this strategy. You know, these guys got messed up during this cycle.
Well, Robert Dudley and Jeremiah Burke, both of those drivers are going to stay out. I mean, they have to stay out. They're going to be able to keep pace. They're going to be able to fine-tune their race line. Nathan Lewell, Nathan Biggert, Stryker, Caffrey, all 4 of those drivers are going to be just fine. Mark Retkin in on pit road. I believe he is still on the lead lap. He is. Jonathan Parsons was on the lead lap as well, but he's got some issues.
Wow, I don't think I saw that where the whole front clip's gone.
Here's a look right here. Here's what happened.
Going to pit. I think he hit the wall?
Yeah, he was your lucky dog.
Wow.
Oof. Man. Now has to go all the way back around. Sorry about that, folks. His car's destroyed.
I think I would have aborted that one and just turned it right, but
yeah, I'd have gone right back up. I think he was already heavy braking getting in. He was just too free. Well, Caffrey gets the EOL for bringing out the caution. It was a self-spin, so nothing, no damage there. Nothing wrong with that. Those things do happen. Hartung, Odell, Dario, Dove, all drivers 1 lap down. And how unfortunate did that caution have to come out? Now we have 7 drivers on the lead lap, and 2 of the fastest drivers stuck a lap down. That is that sucks.
Yeah, it's a horrible feeling. Going to pit and then the yellow comes out while you're 2 laps down. You don't get a chance to cycle back, but anything can happen.
75 of 200. We've had 4 cautions so far. That's a lot more than I thought we were going to have here at IOWA, because IOWA typically runs very, 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 very green. 1 or 2 cautions here and there, but 4 already in the first 75 laps. 3 in the first stage. This is the first one in this stage, so we'll see. We'll have seen 31 laps on these tires for the 49 and the 19. I'm sorry, the 49 and the 73. 49 is going to have the outside lane. Has a little right little dinger going on there. Going to get the restart. It's going to go. 19 to the high side. 75 back there as well. Good look at Iowa Speedway and the different banking that you have with these cars. 19 is going to try to take over the lead earlier. Nathan Bigger to the bottom side of, to the inside. Almost 7's going to put it 3 wide. Dangerous move here. Going to be 2 wide. And the 49 nowhere to go. 4 wide, 3 wide. Oh man, Striker up into the 9. Holy cow.
Man, everybody just sending it in the corner.
Knowing they have 2 drivers on older tires, they said, you know what, we can take it 3 wide. And right now, Nathan Alul is just going to have to make it work. Colby Hartung getting a little contact there. So did Mark O'Dell. And so we'll have to take a closer look at these cars. The 23 in and out. Striker's the big one here. He's up in 4th.
Mark's not too happy in that car right now with how that panned out. He got some damage and he's on a tear right now. We got to be, hopefully he's got to be a little careful.
Striker has 5 cars in front of him. It's not the fastest car, but he's in 4th. And your race leader is pulling away 1.7 seconds over Nathan Biggert here. Nathan a little out front. Not the fastest driver here. Not even the class act of the field today. I think Mark O'Dell's one of the fastest drivers out there. Nathan Alul just lucky.
Avoiding the scuffle in the back.
Not only that, but not coming to pit road when I mean, he was close. I mean, they were thinking about coming to pit road. A lot of drivers out there. If this ran green, Nathan Alul still doesn't have a top 5 night. Or maybe he has a top 5 night, but there's a lot of drivers faster. Mark O'Dell driving like a PO teenager right now. Just ran the fastest lap of the race, 23.95. 5 laps on those tires. And it would be your lucky dog. 31 to the bottom side. Silas coming to pit road.
He had I think a spin in 3. We saw the smoke there. Or a slide.
Slow on the bottom side here. Missed pit road, so decided, hey, I'm going to be fine. Here's a look at what happened to him here. Yeah, he did. Ooh, just right in front of the 77. Ooh, that was out of 2. No caution comes out for that. I'm shocked.
Oh, that was an interesting way to save it, but did it hit nothing?
I mean, great save, but, man, Mark O'Dell playing catch up to the 7 here and went through the field and has caught the 7 quickly.
Trying to get his lap back here. He's pulling Hartung with him. They're lap down here. Wouldn't fight with them too much if I was a little.
Now he's got a 3.3 second lead over Striker, who's in second here. Nathan Biggert to the bottom side. Cam Dario up there as well. Cam's going to be a lap down. He's trying to get to Mark O'Dell up here. Colby Hartung. Will be the driver. Do what they do. I mean, man, so hard to determine when you come to pit road. Robert Dudley's going to go a lap down faster now that he put everybody else a lap down. 10.5 back as he and Caffrey are going to be the drivers, last 2 drivers in the lead lap. Stefan Salas will be multiple laps down. John Hammond 2 laps down. Would love to have gotten one of his laps back. Now has to really fight for that because Nathan Alul is trying to keep the 9 and the 23 behind him.
1 lap you can recover. 2 laps, it's almost impossible. But let's see if maybe some cards go John and them guys' way, as the 9's putting a lot of pressure on Alul.
Nathan Alul is really trying to keep the 9 behind him. And I wouldn't. I would run my race back. We were talking about the 49 backing up his corners. This is going to be one of those races where he just needs to start backing up his corner right now. 4.1 second lead. He's not fast on the long run here. We watched him drop very heavily. Right now, Colby Hartung having issues. And the 9 will bump him out of 3 and 4 to get his lap back, and has every right to. So 7 and Nathan Alul keeping those guys in dirty air behind him.
They got a fair about.
He's drifting up the racetrack.
He's pushing it hard.
Come on.
He wants that lap, but
no, not him. The 7. The 7 pushed it hard in the corner. Doesn't need to.
This has me thinking of Robbie Gordon. He messed himself out of a win at Sonoma fighting a lap down car. Just let him by. Like you said, he's got a 4-second gap to the striker. And the 9's got about the same tires as the 7. I don't think he's going to come around again and pass him unless we get another yellow. Don't mess yourself up. Don't get yourself into a situation you don't need to be in.
Right now, he's running harder than what he ran before. I mean, Stryker's catching him too. By 0.2 of a second a lap, 24.74, 24.54, actually 10th there, 24.64.
Oh, someone down on the apron.
Stefan Salas on the bottom. He went ahead and reset. He jumped to pit road, no caution, which is interesting that didn't come out there. 9 a little bit free, and you know that the 9's going, you know, why didn't a caution come out this time?
I gotta say it's because he was on the apron, but iRacing's a little weird sometimes.
9 still trying to back up the corners.
There it is.
Yep.
Oh, that was
Dario.
Cameron.
Dario involved down on the bottom of the apron. Caution once again. We see what happened to Cam. Let's see. Here's what happened to Stefan Salas here. Just free. He's just hard in the corner, just at the race line. Gets himself down below the apron.
Oh, wow.
That was on 78. Sorry. That was
the first one. Okay.
Here's the second one.
Same deal. See him pushing up the track.
Yeah, same concept, same race line. Down.
Hit the wall here.
This time he hits the wall. Not that bad. I mean, he could have raced that car.
It looked to me like Cam had that long, lazy slide. Same thing. See the call Wiggly? Trying to catch it. Steps out.
Oh, no. 19 gets to him. 19 helps him around. So the 19's going to end up with more damage than the 8 there.
He didn't hit the wall too hard.
No, I think the 19 actually has more damage out of that than any of them. So Mark O'Dell will be your lucky dog. Nathan Alul's going to keep the drivers back here. Tell you what, Mark O'Dell's still fast enough, even with those tires that he has right now. He came on 66. He's been to pit road one time. The 5th caution comes out. Ammon coming to pit road. He could have gotten a lucky dog out of that, but did not. So we'll have 8 drivers on the lead lap. Colby Hartung will be the driver battling for his lucky dog position, hoping that another caution would come out. Nathan Alul is the driver right there in front of him. Stryker's going to be in second. TJ giving us a like. TJ, how are you doing, sir? Good to see everybody out there. Much love to you all.
Looks like John's getting a new set there. gonna try to burn them all and get at least one lap back, and it'll ease the pain, and one maybe get the lucky dog on the next one by.
Well, the way I look at it here and the way I see it, I mean, they've got enough laps here. If they can run green, they can finish green. Or if it's a caution halfway through it, I mean, I'd want as much of this time back as I could get. Man. Well, dang all, folks. Tell me what you folks think out there. What do you think when it comes to what these drivers can and can't do? What should they do? You tell me. It's caution of the race. And a good one.
Looking at Odell there, still in pit road. I'm assuming getting a bunch of damage fixed. He was pretty upset there at that last restart. You see the left front of the car was pretty beat up, caught some damage from someone.
"26 seconds repaired." His right front looks all right. Actually, take a look. Hello, give me my camera. Cam back here, Cam. I have to look at Cam's car, folks.
Got some damage there. You see the front clips got a gap from the fender, but we're at a short track like Iowa. It's not going to hurt too much as long as the wheels point in the right direction.
Mr. Van Nest, I hope you're having a great day. He's all right. They're all right. Nathan Lewell, Stryker, Redkin. Now, I tell you what, Strickland was faster toward the end of that cycle. Nathan Lewell's going to have to go green flag. Jeremiah Burke with new tires on lap 93. I think that's his last set. Runs green. That's a good call, but can you make it work? Mark Redkin run the outside there, keeping on 72. 22 lap fresher tires for the 73. You're right on board with Jeremiah Burke here. Going to be able to run the outside here. He's going to be just fine. Hear the difference in throttle. Oh, he blinks.
Oh. Hear it being very patient on the gas.
Mark Odell sideways.
Wow, that's not a yellow.
That's insane that was not a yellow. Come on now.
I think I would have thrown that one for sure.
Here's a look.
I could.
The inside.
Pushing really hard.
Just got free. Now a caution.
That's trying to catch up to it now. It's too late now, but I could see it at a bigger track, but at a short track, I mean, you got to, especially blocking the track like that. But it's all right.
When he came in, he didn't take tires. He just came in and got his damage repaired.
Oh,
Brad Dove.
this was the yellow, I figure. Huh.
Hold on. Brad Dove drifted around the track.
I think Aloha had a problem just now.
25. Oh.
Wow. Good miss by Cam.
Let's take a look and see what happened. Oh, they had to wait for the pace car.
Oh, okay. They're all stopping.
Boy, Colby Hartung should have been your lucky dog there. Yeah, he's going to be.
I like that paint scheme on that car, the digital camo look. It's probably my favorite looking car out there. I just want to mention that. Too bad it's not a Chevy, though.
Don't ditch the Chevys. I don't see any patriotic scheme on a Ford out there.
I bleed blue over here. Well, I really bleed green, but anyway.
Saying the Chevys, they just have it. They really do. I really wish they'd bring back the Dodge. Then we wouldn't have any argument.
I gotta admit, their cars do look good too. They look very something fierce.
Somebody sent me a message the other day. The new Hellcat broke a speed record. Was it the Dodge Demon 170 shattered a quarter mile? It shattered a quarter mile record. Hold on, pull it up here. Dodge Demon. The first time ever seen. To think about what the Dodge Challenger looks like today, folks, and throw the Demon engine in there. Breaks the quarter mile record at the Himikuta Nationals. And this was at Lucas Oil. If you haven't checked it out, Car Coach Reports. You'll be able to see it on Facebook. It literally takes more time to set the car up than it does to complete the track. Normal race line. I have to remember what the time was. I'm waiting for it, folks. I'm definitely waiting for it. I can't show it because I don't own the rights to the video. I want you to go look at it. Car Coach Reports. Normal record was. To look at it again. Hold on, I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for the time. The damn thing was so fast it needed a parachute. We're talking about a Dodge Challenger body. We call it the Dodge Demon. Launched at 2 Gs. Zero to 60 in 1.66 seconds.
That's I'd like to feel that G-force. That's pretty phenomenal.
Quarter mile in 8.9 seconds, 151 miles an hour. That's a fast damn car, folks. Just saying. That thing's fast. Woo, 0 to 60 in 1.88 seconds for American-made muscle. Get it. Hellcat 170. Alul, Burke, Redkin, Dudley, Caffrey, Strickland. Go watch it, folks. Car Coach Reports. May have to share it on our Facebook page. 773, 76, 49, 77, 88, 19, 9.
Now they got I was just gonna say they got old tires. They got to be a little careful. That was a pretty good run here. See how they start this green flag.
Alul goes. Dudley back up there as well. Able to get tires on 93. For Robert Dudley and Jeremiah Burke on the opposite end of the spectrum for these drivers as the sun starts setting here at Iowa Speedway. Mark Redkin in fourth. Michael Strickland back to fifth. Came out of 101. Went ahead and took tires and fuel himself. Nathan Alul stays out. Hoping to keep drivers' laps down. Not sure that that's a good idea, because guess who's coming?
Yeah, Mark and Strickland, you see. Oh, that's Hartung. I apologize. Mark and Hartung right behind him, running the middle line. And they've been following each other for that whole run, the last run for the yellow. Let's see them dissect the field here.
Strickland 1.1 back. Going to be able to close in. Nathan Alul leading by 0.4 of a second. Fastest lap of the race. Just knocked out of the park by Striker here, 23.90. Bests by less than 5/100ths of a second, and that's a difference, folks.
Can't blink that fast.
No, you can't.
But that's Striker's MO. He starts a race a little weary, maybe a little not unsure, has to run it a bit, get comfortable in the car. And then once he really gets a rhythm going, gets the feel going, gets a little more confidence, can dive it in deeper and really push it.
Well, how about that lap? 23.80. And now back to the 24 flats, just trying to get around the 49 here. 49 drifts up the race line. 88's going to cross him over. 49 almost into the back bumper. Jeremiah Burke to the lead here. Gets himself around Nathan Alul. Alul, after the tires started warming up, and the tires come up to pressure. Here. Yeah, he's going to start falling back heavy. Look at this. 2 and 3 wide. Colby Hartung blinks out for us.
Mark's desperately trying to get by them guys there in the middle, but he's stuck behind Burke. He's going to clear him off the corner. Now it's got bigger right in front of them.
23 at the bottom. 19 gets a little net code there. 3 wide on quarter exit, turn 4. 19 almost gets to the back bumper of the 9. He almost turned him. Holy cow. Colby Hartung having issues with the internet here. 9 to the back bumper to the 7. And Nathan Alul under fire.
Gonna get swallowed up here.
Heavily by 20 laps or so. 112 of 200. Jeremiah Burke out front. Has 2 drivers right there in the mix. I tell you what, I really like Striker's paint scheme, but I don't like it on tracks where the sun is setting, because it really shows. I know it's supposed to be a matte paint scheme, and I know what it's supposed to represent, but tracks like this, when the sun is setting like this, the matte just does not show up like it should. It's such a beautiful car, and to see it not have it's not doing it justice. It really isn't.
Got Burt go way wide in the corner there. It looked like he just gave Striker the line and let him go by. He recognized that the 88's got better equipment right now. Very smart driving for the 73.
And now Colby Hartung behind him. You see the rear view mirror. This is my favorite camera I've created, folks. Right now, this is what the 49 is looking at, the 73 is looking at. 49 to the inside. Every time that car blinks, flaps come up. 40. I mean, great defense here from Jeremiah Burke. He's getting a little bit free off corner exit.
I like that retroistic. Reminds me of like a Polaroid kind of look from the 73. Also, it looks very nice.
It's that Roush Fenway Keselowski look. It's pretty much what he ran for the first couple of races before they started getting sponsors last year for the number 6. And now you see the 73, the 73 for the 73 here in this series. Same concept, 23 to the inside. Now the 73 blinking. Try to click on the right guy. Hey, let's just watch this guy. Strickland out front. Strobe lights side by side.
You ain't kidding.
49 in third. Look at John Hammond.
Trying to make something work.
Whoa, free.
Oh, free. Gonna let the 9 by here, I figure. He's really held them up.
.975, 75, 2 laps down. Unfortunate circumstances to be put 2 laps behind. Just try to have his race pace. There's Cam Dario with a win already in this series. He's really, really done himself some justice. But it's just unfortunate. Like, when it goes bad, it just goes bad.
Really hits the fan. I get the feeling there. You're doing good, and one thing leads to another, mistakes and accidents compounds, and sometimes they're just not of your doing. You just get into it. Sometimes they are, and they kind of weigh heavy on your mind, and it gets worse and worse. But he's doing a good job still keeping it on the track.
Cam Dario has 5 playoff points to play with. Nate DeLute with 5 wins, 24 extra playoff points. Cam Dario second in points when it comes to the standings with 1 win. Nathan Biggert has 2 wins, no stranger to winning here in the series. So this is one thing I like about Cup Series racing. Regardless of which Cup car you're a fan of, anybody can show up for a win.
Very spec car, I guess is the best way I can put it, and maybe that's why I like the car. It's very even. It's all driver. I know fixed setups are kind of similar, but this car does something with the fixed setups where it really is all same equipment, even in the sim. I think it's a great car.
I think it's just too snappy, and they need to do something about that. And that is also in NASCAR. It's my opinion with that as well. And the fact that everybody has to shift so much, I agree with Dale Earnhardt Jr. when it comes to this car. They should not be shifting as much as they are. It's wearing out the equipment, and it's doing too much for the a different story on road courses. But on ovals, there's no reason to be shifting. They should be able to run those gears the way they want, and may only get runs off whenever they need to utilize the gear for speed purposes or passing purposes. Similar to what you would do to step on the gas to pass on the interstate.
I'll agree with that. The 5th gear thing has been a little weird. It feels like the wing we had in the COT car. It feels like hey, let's just try this and see kind of thing. It is a little odd. And I think Hartung is closing on Striker a bit.
He was. Now he's kind of fallen off pace a little bit. About 3/100ths of a second. Mark Redkin off the track here. He's back on the racetrack. Going off track on 124. So that would have been across the start-finish line. He's 12.5, 12.8 back. So just managing the gap. Marco Dell to third. Gets himself around the 73. And Jeremiah Burke here. Dell very fast at this racetrack. And now trying to go to work here. I think he's made his bed and is going to run with it. I think everybody can make it on fuel.
Oh, but I gotta say they can.
Other than Nathan DeLute. And maybe Mark Redkin. Mark might be saving here. Came in on 71. They have had a caution or two, but it just depends. These cars are very finicky and serendipitous, so to speak. Striker always gets short track wins, which is crazy. Now, if this thing buttons back up, we're gonna have a different race.
It's gonna get wild. Oh, almost lost it himself there.
Don't listen to me, Striker. Nice to watch the stream. Don't listen to me. Get back to work.
It was about midway down the front stretch. Now it's got the 23 on the outside.
Oh. That made me pucker a little.
Got to be careful. It's a quick slide, but it overheats the tires very rapid, and the car is kind of jumped for about 5-6 laps. Just got to ride it out.
Well, that 3-second lead now down to, or that 1.3 second lead now down to 2-second differential. Now Colby Hartung has to try to stretch his legs here as he blinks. Mark Odell 1.5 in closing. Insanity is now Strickland has to go back to work, has to calm the car back down, has to collect his thoughts, collect his things, go back to work because Mark Odell trying to work himself back into the picture here.
And he's pushing up way up in the middle of the corner. I don't know if he's killed the tire now, but might lose second here to the 9.
He was listening. It was like they're talking about me. Good turnoff here. See where he points the car. It's a good look here at what these drivers go through. As you see Cam Dario, who's a lap down in front of your race leader, who is in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm going to give him a hard time. I love Colby, but I'm going to give him a hard time.
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating to be the blinker, even be around the blinker. It's just a bad time for everybody. But the 9 getting a great run here.
It's also hard whenever you are you're blinking and you're the race leader, and you don't want to be race control to tell the race leader to go to pit road. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I mean, yes, blink. Cool. Do your thing, right? But do not tell him as a race leader to go to pit road. I will protest that like you would not believe. I will protest the decision. I will absolutely. Had it happened in another league.
Oh, the 9 had a moment. Sorry. He's down on the apron.
And no caution. He's slow on the race surface here. Should be caution there. Oh, he locked it. Oh, no. He's sideways.
He's going to loop it here. Back around.
Being that slow on the bottom. Great collection. Man, Mark Odell having a great day. Now let's go back to work. He's got some spicy tires. Riker in second again. Able to go to work here. Colby Hartung behind the 25, who's a lap down already.
I get the feeling Dove's not going to lay over here, though, but we'll see what happens.
Brad never does.
Uh-oh. Here we go. Striker
once
moment,
again.
too. Oh, and Dove. Man, everybody's sideways.
Mark Odell once again. Here's a look.
Going in the corner. I'm going to say he was free. Yep. Killed the wall.
Oh.
No, he broke the right front. It's already, see it loose there. The tire.
It's loose on your end, right? Mine, it's just, it's shoved sideways. Yeah.
Yep. It's broke the total link there. So he's going to, that might be his day.
No. He was class of the field. Dang it, man. Couldn't hold on to it. Watch him get in the thing. Breaks down. Oh, yeah, just free. Oof. Oh, and that little bitty hit right there. You see it in NASCAR all the time, folks. Doesn't take much to break that toe link and put it in. Brad Dove will be your lucky dog.
Good job for him for just staying ahead of Hartung, because he was going to pass him. And that's just, to your point, that just goes to show, don't give it up if you don't have to, even as a lap down car, because now he's back on the lead lap.
I say it all the time. I say, run your line, be predictable. Make that leader pass you. Kobe Hartung came out on 103 last time by. Striker, Nathan Biggert came out on, this is a whole different race. Nathan Alul coming up pit road. He's going to take tires for fuel. Brad Dove came around. Came on 71. Michael Caffrey, another driver. Robert Dudley back in the mix. Dudley was fast. Mark Redkin here. Maybe this isn't the last pit stop. Hartung had a great lead there. Working back around. Now Nathan Alul, a chance to level the playing field here. 25 has to come to pit road.
Gets to pit being the lucky dog. Part of the perks, I guess you can say, being the lucky dog.
Hell, he didn't come back. Last time he was on pit road was on 71, so he was needing to come to pit road. Now he's got a chance to send it. 60 laps to go. We're averaging a caution every 15 to 20 laps. So, I mean, 7th one of the race. Dark Horizon Fishing. Book your trip at facebook.com/Dark Horizon Fishing. We're going to take a hydrate break. Right back. All right, I missed a bunch. Sorry, I had to go take a hydrate break. I had to use the bathroom. I paused everything on my end. You know, life happens, and then apparently a big one happens. 145, caution.
Oh wow,
yeah. 49 got. Oh man,
that's 2 different crashes right there.
That's what happened there. That's what brought out the caution, according to iRacing.
You got to let it roll a little bit more. There's more to the end there.
Oh yeah, I'm working on it right here. He backs down, back. Oh.
It's just blinked there, but maybe
let's just back this up here because he blinks there. It's going board. Here's John Hammond. John Hammond's on the inside. 23. The caution's out. Right. 23 is trying to back him. He thought maybe the 73 was coming up or something. I don't know what made
that was odd.
Colby.
He just suddenly the car kind of went up a little bit. I gotta say he jabbed on the brake maybe, and it broke from underneath him.
I mean, caution's out right now. So right here, he sees the yellow. Maybe, hold on. Maybe he was blinking on his end because I no sooner than switch cameras, and he's blinked.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Man, that's unfortunate. So he's getting repairs taken care of. Nathan Alul, Mark Redkin, Brad Dove, Stryker. Brad Dove gave it a 139, took tires and fuels, and Nathan Alul did as well. Robert Dudley gave it a 146, trying to level the playing field. So Nathan Alul outlasting the fastest drivers out there, and sometimes that's what you have to do.
Attrition plays a factor. Anybody can win it, not just the fast guys every week. They could get involved in something, and we've seen it tonight.
Well, what I would say is that tonight the guys that were the fastest weren't the guys that you normally see up front. I.e., you've got Nathan Alul, who's got 5 wins in the series already. It's turning into, when is he going to lose kind of situation, or is what's going to go his way. Sometimes luck plays out, and that's something that I tell drivers all the time is, sometimes, yes, you running the right drive line, running the right setup, running whatever you can makes a difference. But, sometimes luck has to be on your side. Right now, Nathan Alul, talented, but very lucky today. Into the right spots. I mean, think about it. He was going to come to pit road and doesn't get stuck a lap down, and then, we've got multiple cars, multiple laps down. Changes the whole dynamic of the race. Now it's back in the same, kind of in the same boat. So, all right, they're going to do it again. 8th caution of the race, 50 laps to go at the line. 7:76. 7, it's a big jump there. Stryker came out of 101. But he's going to be in second here. Mark Redkin saving the tires. Brad Dove, top 3 night for the Dove Farms LLC. Seneca Farms. There.
Haul it up here on these tires. Going to create a log jam. We might be 3 wide off.
Boy.
88 so backs it out. Still 3 wide. Oh! It's going to
19 lose. Comes across the nose, and that is just... Come on.
He was trying to slide up in front of John, and it just clipped him and bounced off the wall. I think Stryker got the worst of that.
He did. Oh, he did. Here's a look. Mark Chase here. 19 just drifts up in front of the 75.
Not clear at all.
No, none whatsoever, and nowhere for Stryker to go. Mark Redkin runs the fastest lap of the race this last time by. 23.75 is faster than Nathan Alul. And Mark Redkin get a race win out of this.
Good to see Mark up front. His luck's been atrocious also. See if he can hang with the 7 here.
I know that the 7 is fast in a lot of different tracks. I just don't think he's the fastest driver at this track. He could run a fast lap, and he just did. Finally runs a 23.85, but I think he pushes it just as hard as some of the quote-unquote rookie drivers, 23.65, now the fastest lap for Nathan Alul. I mean, it's taken him this long to turn it on. That's questionable. Now turn it on, 45 laps to go and try to drive away. If I'm Mark Redkin, I'm pacing myself. 45 laps is a long time around this track.
Absolutely, especially seeing about, we mentioned 20-ish laps is the point to where the tires really start to give up, specifically the right rear.
And specifically Nathan Alul, who has not been the fastest driver on the long run. I'm going to root against him. I am going to root him. If you get more than 5 wins in a series, if you get 5 wins in a series with a 21-week schedule, I'm going to root against you. It's just the way it is. That's the racer in me. That's the race fan. No different. I mean, I know that Kyle Larson's my driver, but occasionally, if he gets more than 4 or 5 wins, unless it's like playoffs time, regular season comes around, you don't really need all that many points. You just need to have the race wins and the points to be able to make yourself stick. It's no fun watching the same driver win every lead. Not at all. Dudley in 4th. Going to track down Brad Dove. A chance for Brad Dove to have an excellent race too, and he's deserving.
Yeah, Dove's doing a great job keeping away from the car. There's a lot of carnage tonight. Lots of attrition, running top 3 right now. Good job for him in that Fuego Paints car.
Strickland battling for 5th here. Nathan Biggert, the cause of his nose damage.
Felt pancaked on the front.
It is, and there's nothing that Stryker can do about that. Not only with not having the tires, Nathan Biggert came in on the same lap time as Stryker did, and you can see what a clean nose does for a car. A little right side damage for the 19, but he's just able to drive around Stryker here. No issue. John Hammond 2 laps down. Nathan Alul about to be under fire. Mark Redkin doing a great job of just biding his time.
Sticking with them, being very patient. Just keep the pressure on, let them know you're there. Wait till it's maybe 10 to go, maybe a little earlier to really push it.
Tell you what, the corner entry for the 76, pretty darn good here. Portland giving us a light. What do you say, my man? Great race line for the 7 on the corner exit there. '76 to a better Dudley. Losing some ground. 24.59 his last lap. You know who's faster than everybody?
25.
That Dove. Half second faster than the field. 24.44. 3/10 of a second faster than the race leader. And 4/10 of a second faster than Mark Redkin. A half second to the field. But Mark Redkin backing up the corners. Mark's faster. And he's going to show it right here.
Taking a look.
Backs out of the corner. Boy, I only see that the 7 doing that so much. Mark is a nice guy, but he can only be nice for so long. 73 up into the field. 73 Jeremiah Burke, 2 laps down, catching the leaders here. Colby Hartung back to pit road. 76 second and third lane, doing a great job. He's going to go to the outside.
Taking a look outside. He's going to get the drive off. Both of them a little wiggly.
Whoa, look at that.
Power. Just drives around and what a move. I love it. Keep going, Mark.
Nathan Alul, I think, might be having to back up the corner here. Maybe got his tires too hot. Maybe saving something for later on. Might be exactly what he's doing. I mean, that's the hardest that we've watched Nathan Rule run. Trying to put down the fastest lap of the race, trying to put down some of the best speed. And now he's going to try to play catch up to where the 7 is. Now a different race line for the 76. As you see him get free off corner.
Pulling out very wide.
He's been following the 7 for so long that now he has to readjust and get his braking point. Difference between Nathan is that Nathan already knows his drive line.
It's about comfortability also. I have that horrible mindset. I'm good at following, but when I get in front, it kind of gets in my head. I start staring at the mirror. You start missing braking points. Keep looking out the windshield, Mark. You're doing good.
Roll forward. Don't worry about what Nathan O'Rule's doing on your inside. Redkin's fast. Redkin is faster. I see the essence of a Mark O'Dell line. If he can run that second lane like Mark O'Dell did, and then run low on 3 and 4, that's exactly what we saw out of Mark O'Dell, and that's how he pulled away from the field, especially early on. 76 running the third lane, 7 free off corner.
A bit of a
76
wall there.
And 76 into the wall. Brad Dove. But Brad Dove, look at him go.
Is watching the battle and wants to be a part of it.
Brad had a chance last week to take one away, and now is in position to do the same thing again.
Let him race it out. Let him get into it and go on by.
Top 3 within a blanket. 76 second lane. 19 and Nathan Biggert in the way. Nathan needs to just get out of the way here. Do not run. Yeah, do not run up in front of the race leader. This is not a position that you have the car for, especially when it comes to how he kind of snapped up and hit the wall earlier. 76.7, 4/10 of a second. Brad Dove, I don't know if he got in the wall, but man, he was right there behind him, and now 2.5 back.
Starting to pull away, the 76 is.
Come on, Brad Dove. I might be changing my pick.
A bit free off the corner, pushing very hard. Taking a more shallow entry in the corner, staying in the middle now, but you see him drift off. That entry wasn't very good for the lane he chose. Little drift mid-corner.
Gets himself second lane here, trying to do something different. 76 up the race line. Is going to be near the wall here. Pulls the draft. Caution comes out.
Oh, it's the 25.
Not Brad Dove. Come on.
No. And the 88. Oh, man.
Brad Dove.
Dang it.
Having a great day. 73 off the race line. There's a lot that happened here. I think this happened in front. Far chase view. Here's Brad Dove. Oh, sorry, far chase. Let's do this. 25 laps to go.
Gonna break loose, corner exit.
88 breaks loose, and then the 25, nowhere to go. Just tunnel vision here.
That sucks.
Mark Redkin, Nathan O'Lule coming to pit road. That really sucks.
The 25 running the middle line. People can say, well, why didn't he turn down or turn up? It's not that easy. The car's loaded in the middle line. All that downforce there. You're stuck there. It's not easy to change lanes. You can't just stop or jab the brake. You're going to spin out. So all he can do is really blow the car down as quick as he can and watch as he's about to hit the 88. Unfortunate.
Mark Redkin in on pit lane. Is going to have a very fast pit stop here. You watch the left sides come up for the 76. He's going to have to goose it here. Get himself going. Get himself in front of the 70. Yeah, that's exactly what he needed. Hopefully he didn't get a speeding penalty. Robert Dudley here is out there. He is out of tires. He's out of hope. He is he's shooting for the moon.
They got what you got.
Cam Dario is your lucky dog. Actually, a lot of free pass cars in front of him as well.
75, 3.
Yep. Yeah, all of these drivers looking for that free pass. They'll be at least one lap down. Stryker coming to pit road. He was a lap down as well. Man. Nathan Biggert still on the lead lap. In fourth, comes to pit road. A lap later than everybody else. That's interesting as well.
Yeah, I think I'm root for that 76 there. It's got the 49 ahead of them, but you mentioned old tires.
If Dudley chooses the inside lane, this works out for Mark Redkin.
See what he
on the initial start of this. The different story now, though. Michael Caffrey, gave it a 175, took a whole bunch of damage, got that stuff taken care of. Caffrey's a short track kind of guy as well because of his road experience. He's not out of this one. Brad Dove coming back in for a little bit more repair here. He's not out of it as well.
Little crinkle on the right front, but.
Mm-hmm. All eyes on this guy. Everybody's out of tires.
This is it right here. It's going to be 21, 20 to go. We take the green flag.
Brad Dove getting a little bit of extra TLC. Cars
Gotta
off.
watch the pace car.
Looking right here. Starts it back up.
Gotta keep an eye on the pace car.
He's looking in that rear view mirror, watching the relative in his car. Gotta go.
Yep. Now you gotta leave a little bit earlier. Then you can't really wait till the pace car's that close because they're gonna close pit road exit, and then you gotta sit there and watch them go by.
All those cars right there coming back around. Brad Dove will have to get back around the race line here. Still on the lead lap, mind you.
I think he should start ahead of those wave arounds there.
He should be up in line. He should be, and because of the coming to pit road a couple of times, he'll be single file, but he'll be ahead of those drivers. Robert Dudley.
Oh, he's taking the high side.
Dangerous maneuver here. 30 lap older tires. And everybody else except for John Hammond and Jeremiah Burke. We're just happy to be happy to be one lap down instead of two. 77 on the high side. There's Caffrey running. He's gonna pass him easy.
Oh, just right over that bump. You saw the rear end kind of fly up in the air as he drove over it. Good pass by the 76.
76, 77. Caffrey up in the mix. Nathan a little behind. Robert Dudley dropping like a rock in a pond. The 19 of Nathan Biggert.
Lil's going to have a hard time with Caffrey here. He's not going to move over. He's not going to make it easy on him.
Michael Caffrey, notorious for saying, hey, I'm never done.
Pushing up, washing up the track there.
He's going to low line exit this one. Yeah, you see the egg out of the corner. Caffrey's never want to give up, and he has never wanted to give up, going a lap down. Mark Retkin would be deserving of a win of all the patience that he's had. Nathan a little behind. Oh, yeah, every lap is going to have to be his fastest lap, and it's going to have to be, the lap.
Don't worry about what's behind you. Don't miss your marks.
And that guy behind you is going to run as fast as he can, or as long as he can. But we know what happens after about 20 laps, and we're going to have those laps. Nathan a little 23.59 It's up into the wall.
Gonna take a look here.
I think he has it. Not this
Good
time.
job.
Mark
Just gotta run
Redkin
this
looking
line.
ahead. Yeah, he does. You're right. He just has to look ahead. That's it. That's it. Just look straight ahead. That rearview mirror doesn't matter. He's put a
Nope.
piece of tape over the top of that. Doesn't matter. Two car lengths the distance between the 76 and the 7. 7 trying to close back in. See, the 76 goes a little lower on that exit. He's going to egg shape here. 7's going to have a run.
Right up against the
And
wall.
he taps the wall again.
You see him wiggle down the straight, fighting the car. It's costing him speed. Mark's just got to be smooth. The 7 is pushing very hard here.
Michael Caffrey 1.9 back, solid for third. As long as Nathan Biggert has no say in this one. Nathan involved as 2 wins. 7 to the inside. 76 drops in as well. Has to battle back.
Could get him here on the exit.
7 runs him up the race line. 76 back to the outside. 76, 7 side by side. 76 near the wall. 7 back to the inside. This is where Redkin can beat the 7 here. Is that Nathan O'Loole has not defended well against the drivers who can get themselves to the outside. 13 laps to go. Mark just needs to be patient like he was before.
Just don't. You're still there. Just don't. He's got to not overdrive it. Just stay on him.
Nathan O'Loole has pushed every corner, and right there's the 25 of Brad Duff.
Oh, Duff's gonna ruin his exit.
Dan, little free, 88 giving way to the 2. A great job by the 88. Noticing what's going on around him. Giving way to this race for the lead. As Nathan O'Loole starts to extend, which mind-boggling he would show up at the end of the race. Mark Redkin deserving of a win here. And it just, you kind of got to feel like you're being robbed of it a little bit.
Kind of rutting the seam there in the corners now. Changing his line a little bit, but he's keeping up with the 7. He's doing good.
76 rolls into the corner. Nathan O'Loole, corner exit's going to go to the 76 here. Gaining into the corner.
Closing bit by bit on the exits, like you said.
7 free on corner just a little bit. You can see the car start to step out. You see the left front start to wiggle in. Lap times all within 3/100ths of a second. Redkin 9 laps to go. Has to set up his pass very, very, very quickly here, because if he doesn't, he's not going to be able to get around the 7 again. Takes 5 laps at Iowa to pass somebody.
Or you got that front end there. See what Mark does. He's catching the 7 again. 7's got to be looking in his mirror now. He's missing the corner a bit.
The 7 has hit the wall. He had to push his tires to keep up to the 76 and try to get around the 76 here. It'll be 7 to go at the line.
Oh, he's there. He's there.
Nathan O'Loole, after about 20 laps, just doesn't have the car. 76 into the corner is going to be right there on corner exit. Has to just maintain and set himself up for the pass here. 7 to the high side, 76 to the bottom. 76 into the race line. 7 pushes up the racetrack. 76 better exit. Man.
The 7 now moving up where the 76 was running, kind of on the seam there in the middle of the track, taking his line away.
Wall tap, right rear for the 76. Mark Redkin trying to close back in, willing that car to go faster. 5 laps to go.
I think Mark's got to stay in the middle of the track. He lost a lot of time. Very slow off the exit on the bottom. A little starting to pull a bit now. And there they switch sides. 76 back to the middle. Gonna gain
The
some
wall
time here.
has to, a little free. Lap traffic, 4 laps to go. What can the 49 do to stay? Nothing. He's going to break
That's
out.
gonna ruin the 76.
76 is, oh man, come on now. Corner exit, 3 laps to go. Lap traffic running way up the wall. And now the 76 is going to lose the sight of Nathan Alul. 3 laps to go. Brad Dove to pit lane. Is going to pit from 8th. Going to lose some time and lose some ground. Jeremiah Burke's going to pass him. I don't know why Brad was coming to pit road. 2 laps to go.
We saw the 76 mark start to run the bottom, and it just did not work for him. I figure he should have stayed in the middle and maybe give him a tap. Do what you have to do.
I think Mark could have been more aggressive. Mark is actually running on the bottom side here. Going to see the white flag. He's having to run a little bit harder. Nathan Alul 0.5 of a second, but I tell you what, Mark Retkin put up a hell of a fight. Nathan Alul, 6 wins on the season, has made a public enemy number 1 out of me, and I'm putting a bounty on the 7. Somebody has to beat him. He's going to get his 6th win of the season. Mark Retkin, Michael Caffrey, 1, 2, 3. And a lot of drivers are going to be upset about today's race. Cautions not coming out when they should have. Contact being made, noses being taken off. Just an unfortunate set of circumstances. But you know what? Mark Retkin having a great drive, and I'm going to. What a great job by that driver. That's the one I think that deserves all the credit in the world. And I feel like the race got robbed from him just a little bit. Maybe a little lap traffic kind of impeding that race line. A lot of the other drivers giving way to these two racing it out, and a lot less happening for the and you don't have to. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I hope Mark takes that and builds on it and recognizes, hey, maybe I could push a little harder, or maybe send it in a little deep and use the bump a little bit. Maybe more aggressive. But I agree, great run for Mark. Good job by Alul for holding off the 76. A lot of pressure there, and he was able to keep it.
Nathan Alul was not the fastest driver tonight. Again, I talked about luck and sometimes how it has to happen. He did a great job. I'm not taking away from the skill of trying to hold off some of these drivers. I believe Mark was faster. I know for a fact that the 9 and the 23 were much faster over the long haul. Even Stryker was faster over the long haul. Nathan Alul getting lucky today. I will stand by that. 6th winner of the season, though, is going to do great. Here's your race results. Nathan Alul, Mark Retkin, Michael Caffrey will be your top 3. Nathan Biggert, Cam Durio, 4th and 5th. Dudley Hammond, Burke. Look at John Hammond rebounding there. From 2 laps down to a lap down. And he's going to get a win. And when he finally gets a win, I'm finally going to be able to say, hey, I've been rooting for you. And you know what? He can blame tonight on me. Jeremiah Burke's going to be first driver, 2 laps down. Stryker in 9th. Dove in 10th. I'm not sure why Brad Dove had a pit, but in a top 5 night on the lead lap kind of situation. So, I don't know. Colby Hartung is going to finish in 11th. Odell 12th. Silas Parsons, Jason Day, early issue and unfortunate day for him. He finishes in 15th. Andrew DeField's going to be DQ'd. Or he's running. I don't know. Maybe he's a RC. I'm not sure what's going on there, but he registered and did not complete a single lap, so that won't even count. Nathan Alul is your race winner, though, and it's just the day. It's the day. We'll talk to him real quick. Nathan Alul, real quick here. as we close out today's race. I'll say it, and I'll say it to you. You weren't the fastest racer today. Yes, you did win the race, but I think issues on the racetrack prevented some other drivers from getting out there competing with you. However, congratulations on the race win. 6th win of the season.
Yeah, thanks. It was all about strategy. I take the risk of not, take tires the same as Colby, Mark Odell, and I think it paid off. And for Mark, it was the 76, and Michael, it was also a good a good gamble. And yeah, I think you're right. I wasn't the fastest on the track today, but I saved a lot because I knew the long runs. It's the difficulty here. Really, the car is so loose, and I was expecting others to make mistakes, and so saving an entire set, an extra tire set for the late race, it was obvious for me. Obvious.
Everybody did. Looking at the race strategy that everybody had, everybody was pretty much leveled. What really saved from our point of view, one of the cautions put a bunch of drivers a lap down and multiple laps down because they were coming in for the green flag pit cycles, similar that you were going to have to do within the next 5 to 10 laps or somewhere in that realm, or you're going to get passed. And that was what we saw when that caution came out and trapped all those drivers laps down with drivers staying out. That was what really started that. However, I mean, and nothing to take away. You and Mark Redkin had a great race at the end. Mark, trying to get back to you, lap traffic kind of getting in the way of him to be able to try to make that a little bit more interesting. But nonetheless, Joe, anything for Nathan?
Nathan, great run holding off the 76. We saw you move up a lane towards the end there. Did you recognize Mark running that middle line? Recognize he was a little quicker?
Man, you have a dead eye, man, because it was actually all the race I wanted to run that line, but it wasn't good for the tires. So at the end, I was like, okay, full throttle and make it to the end. And so I decided to let it go and be in that pace, that qualifying pace. I wanted so bad to run this like for the whole race, but yeah, I was saving all the race, man. It was all about saving, and cautions came out because it's Iowa, man. It's Iowa. There always be some cautions in the long runs because it's so difficult to handle the car after maybe 30 to 50 laps. Yeah,
Iowa's maybe for the Cup car, but I mean we've watched Iowa time and time again be a little bit faster, be a long run. And normally 200 laps goes by pretty quickly, actually, and that's just from what we've seen in the past. Today was just one of those days that the high line made everybody free. Nathan, congratulations, P2. Or I'm sorry, not P2. 6th win on the season. I'm looking at chat over here. Chat's going off. Make sure you give your shout outs, man. Congrats once again.
well, thank you guys for the broadcast. Thanks all the Chop Chop crew. Thanks Amar for the race control. It was there was a lot of cautions, but great racing as always with Colby, with Mark, with Michael, with everyone. It was awesome, man. So thanks to you guys, and thanks to my family for the support. Thanks to my wife. It was a great night, man. Great night.
Nathan Alul, your race winner here, folks, as the 7 comes home in victory lane. Let's talk to the guy I think had probably the best night out here. Mark Redkin, Jefferson City, Missouri native, is going to be coming home P2. Mark, man, we were rooting for you. You had the race, and a little bit of lap traffic kind of stepped out in front of you there. Walk me through this one.
You saw, and hey, nice to talk to you now. Dude, I spun early. I knew I had a good car. I knew if I just hung in there, waited for the slicks to go away, I would, it'd come back. And then we had a few late cautions, and it only helped me, man.
Seemed like the battle of attrition here was just trying to make sure you stayed on the lead lap. And we saw that time and time again with cautions just kind of falling at the wrong spot, at the wrong time. Even whenever it came to self spins and stuff like that, it was more of the making sure that you stayed on that on the lead lap, even if a caution were to come out.
Yes, most definitely. Lead lap is always key. Once you get a lap down, you never know how they're going to fall. We could have went green the whole way. It's how this league is. That these guys are amazing. I love racing with these guys. Yeah, I like grinning from ear to ear, bro. It's like a win for me. It may not be first place, but I ran up front and I did the best I could. Yeah, maybe if I get to them, I wouldn't do that to him. I cannot.
I would also.
I know, man.
You're talking to probably two of the cleanest guys who like to race hard around people. And when it came to getting to the back bumper to Nathan, especially, you were faster. Now, and I'm not talking about over a little short period. You had the better line. You just gave up the better line. If that makes any sense. I'd have put the bumper to him and said bye.
No, you're totally right. He did catch on to where I was faster, and like in the beginning of his run, when I got behind him, he was running low, and then I said, "Hey, let's give this middle a shot." So I went for the middle, and sure enough, I went on the outside, and man, he saw that. And he's an excellent driver. The dude's awesome, man. Yeah, man. If I, it's so frustrating. Yeah. What if I got there? But
he's got 5 wins. You could put the bumper to him. Now it's 6 wins. So next week you put the bumper to him.
Right.
That's. I mean, and don't get me wrong. Nathan's a fantastic driver, and he is a sweet soul. He really is. And this is only the commentators, AKA let's make the drama, let's make the story. I'm putting a bounty on him. Somebody's going to get to him, and somebody's going to make it happen. And they got to do it clean though. You cannot wreck him.
Totally
you
agree.
Can put a bump and run to him, whatever the case may be. But if you're racing 1-2 with Nathan O'Lule and you can beat him, there's my bounty. That's what I say.
Go for it.
You gotta take the win away from him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Got it. Yeah.
That's the way I say it. But you did great. Joe, anything for Mark?
I just gotta applaud you on a fantastic race. You had your spin early on, but how do you recover? Does that? A lot of times we see drivers make mistakes. I'm a factor. I do that to myself sometimes, where they just weigh heavily on your mind and you keep making more mistakes. So how do you bounce back from that?
So when I spun, everybody was loose. Okay. So once you got into the run, you seen the tires go, you had to count the laps and figure out, okay, when is your car gonna start stepping out? So then you got to back the corner up, like everybody knows. So yeah, I spun. I didn't feel real good about that because it totally threw that thought in my mind. Oh man, here we go. So stayed calm. But like I said, stayed calm, pushed forward. Hey, Second place. Love it.
Love to hear it. Cortland's going to be back next week. I'm looking at chat real quick. Brad Dove had a chance. That's all you could ask for now. Yes, he knows how Striker feels with the self spin. And that's part of it. You know what I mean? Part of racing at short tracks is sometimes you're just going to go around. But Mark, you did a great job, and you're my neighbor.
I appreciate that, man.
Amar says, congrats to Mark. Michael Strickland says, Mark, congrats as well. The Retkin man. That's who he is. He's from Jefferson City. He's my neighbor to the northeast.
We're not far away.
Like 40 minutes. You're a 40-minute drive from me. Actually, Kyle, he's one of the dirt drivers. Carter, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there by you.
Yes, sir. Sure is.
I'm knowing all you guys.
All right.
But we're all gonna have to all get together, go to one of the lake bars down here, or travel up to you guys.
Yeah.
Like that.
We have to get down. Yeah. Yes, sir.
But Mark, give you shout outs, man. P2 finish, nothing wrong with that.
Hey, shout out to you, of course, Signature Esports, Chop Shop, all the admins, Joe, he's awesome. John, Mike, they do an awesome job. I got to give a shout out to Nathan Alou and Michael Caffrey. Michael Caffrey is probably one of my biggest cheerleaders, and I appreciate him so much because he gives me a lot of props when I try to do my best. But other than that, man, that's about it. I appreciate everybody.
Mark, much love, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
It's the man from Jeff City, literally the capital of Missouri. He does a great job, Mark. Having a great day. Let's talk to my friend from across the big pond, Mr. Michael Caffrey, killing it out there. P3 finish, rebound for the night, biggest mover of the race. She makes some money. Tell me about it.
How you going, Jason? I love being up here. I guess I started from the back. I purposely started from the back. I sort of just I wanted to avoid any of those any scuffles earlier on, little barges, and so I just stayed at the back and worked my way forward. I had a bit of a self spin, probably I don't know, must have been at lap 50 or something, but I just took my eye off my braking point and I just slightly dove in there a bit too deep, and I couldn't get that front back around it. Once you overcook that, she's going, but no damage, and got back into it.
We talk about you being a road racer and kind of what I call the road ringer between you and Nathan, and some of the some of the bigger names from across the big pond, across the Atlantic, across the Pacific, whichever the direction you're facing. These tracks like this kind of set you up for those corner apexes and being able to try to save the tires and trying to have the braking point. It's something that you're quite familiar with, quite used to. But Iowa a little bit different. And Joe hit on it earlier when it came to the progressive banking of this track. Finding the transition and not having the car spin, which is where your self spin kind of came into play. You get into the brakes and there's that little bit of transition between lanes, and that's kind of what upsets the car. Is that kind of how things progressed?
Yeah, definitely. And then I even worked a few more things out on the track there as well. Just getting that drive through the corner. Probably about halfway, I sort of something clicked with me there as well. And I did have that sort of wreck, and I had about 4 or 5 minutes, stayed on the lead lap, and got back to the front there. And then it was, I guess I was out there with Nate. We had a pretty good duel there at the end, Mark, Nate, myself, and then they pulled out a bit. Another 10 laps, I reckon I had him. I was reeling him in, but just didn't have enough track time. Another 5-10 maybe.
Yeah, 1.4 back, and you were 1.4 seconds back whenever they were really duking it out. So, I mean, that was a good one. I mean, I thought it was a pretty darn fantastic race. And Joe, your turn. You get Mike.
Hey, Caffrey, great job. Good to talk to you. P3 finish. Uh, the track is pretty bumpy, especially in the corners. There's a pretty good old bump, turn 1 entry and turn 4 exit. Does how bad does that upset your car? How do you get around the bumps?
Look, to be honest, I wasn't even focused on the bumps. I know a lot of guys, they talk about a lot of the bumps. I guess I've done enough laps around there for it not to affect me too much. I know that transition sort of caught me out. The reason why it caught me out, someone else had sort of had a bit of a self spin, and I focused on that car up ahead. And that's why I sort of just missed my braking point. And then because I did that, anyway, that's how it was. But the bumps, I'm not too phased, whether it's up high through that corner or that one down low. It doesn't even, they didn't phase me. I guess it's just putting the time into the track and knowing where they are.
That's awesome.
Becomes repetition. That's one of the things Joe hit on earlier. Mike, P3 finish, man. Always a pleasure to talk to you. Again, biggest move of the race. That's cold hard cash. You're out there winning Strikers cash. That's kind of a cool thing. Oh, the Roe Bears Award. he was off today as well, so somebody else had to win it tonight. Mike, give your shout outs.
Hey, thanks, Jason and Joe. I guess first and foremost, to all the supporters out there watching your broadcast, Jason, yourself, Signature Esports for the broadcast, and Joe, you guys are doing an awesome job up there broadcasting that race. John and Striker for all their hard work running the league and all the admins. And Amar for the race control, and congratulations to Nathan Alul for that P1 and Mark Rock. And I was Retkin. Look, I was cheering Mark. I wanted him to get that W to get that place in the playoffs. I was, come on. So
were we. There, we're talking about how close we are to the playoffs, and I mean, now it will be 2 races away coming up. And it's going to take, because we have 7 different winners, it's going to take somebody winning to get themselves in outside of the 8. And that's what's crazy about the situation is Mark Redkin had an opportunity here. And if I was him, I'd be queuing up to him or send him in a DM under caution saying, dude, like, this is my way in. You have 5 wins. You've already got a hell of a play. Like, dude, I'm not saying that he should have done that. Mark could have put the bumper to him at any point, and in my opinion, probably should have, to be able to move him up the race line to be able to take that back. Would Nathan have ran him as hard? Probably, but I still think that would have made for the end of the race to be a little bit more close, and Mark just being a little bit too nice. I don't know. Both Joe and I both said that we would have put the bumper to him and said, I want this spot. I'm going to fight tooth and nail to have this.
Yeah, that's a fair call. And look, he got me by surprise with that dive up the inside line, because earlier I was defending that inside line like a dog, not letting anyone up on the inside. Hey, all props to Nath. He got that W again.
But I told Nathan, I told it to him, and I'll say it again. He was not the fastest driver tonight. He was a very, very fortunate driver and was able to defend at the end, and which made him a good defensive driver. But there were other drivers out there that were far above the skill level for Iowa, and there were drivers you just don't think to see up there. So. But you guys did a great job, and it was a good race, and that's not taken away from Nathan's skill at all. You guys deserve the positions that you've earned. Mike, a P3 finish, there's nothing wrong with that. It's good things. All right, how's your season? How's the weather down there?
We're just coming into winter, but our winters are vastly different from yours. Winters, it only ever gets down to, probably 10 degrees Celsius, which is, I'm not too sure on the conversions. Maybe, 40, is it?
Yeah, 40.
So it doesn't get too cold here, to be honest. I had a great time on that track tonight. But how's the weather over there?
It's going to be 40 degrees, so it's going to be 10 Celsius tomorrow.
Gotcha. Yeah. Hey, the wife's chanting at me. She's keen to get down to the surf to put the board in to go for a surf. So I'm gonna get running. Hey, thank you very much for the broadcast, Jason and Joe. You're doing an amazing job up there.
Mike, be good, be safe, brother.
Wife said thanks as well. You guys
Always.
take care. Speak soon.
Always. That's Michael Caffrey. He's going surfing in Australia.
That's awesome.
That's the freaking coolest thing ever.
I don't think I'd do it though.
I would all day long. I'm a thrill seeker though. Nathan Will gets the race win here today, folks. Big special thank you to Sherry and all the folks out there at My Three Sons. Go check her out, my3-sons.com. She's in Tacoma, Washington. You can call her, send her an email, sherylculver at my3-sons.com. She's an amazing woman. She is specializing in all those antiques, thrift ups. She just has a cool thing going. So go check her out. Amar, of course, says, good job, Mark. Let's go back to the chats. Striker's still the best, according to Sherry. Yes. That's what it is. Cortland's going to see, he's going to be back he is going to be back tomorrow. That's cool. I like that. Cortland's going to be back in the racetrack for, he's going to run tomorrow. That's awesome. I like it. You got a question for me when I get off? Yeah, absolutely. Colby Hartung says he completely fixed the car, but the toe was pointing him at the wall still, and that's not a good way to run the race. Brad, of course, had a chance. Dude, I tell you what, Brad, we were rooting for you too.
Oh man, excited for him. Yes.
Yeah, we were having when you came to pit road, I went, why? No, don't. But it was good. What's your takeaways, Joe?
I think we had a good race overall. Few cautions there, but exciting. It always pans out like that. It seems for a chop shop. Exciting finishes at the end. Close battles for the lead. It was awesome to watch. Awesome to watch Mark give some pressure, and awesome to watch a little not crack under pressure. Just shows how mentally resilient he is. But a great race overall. I'm having a blast calling these with you. This one's another great race in the history books for Chop Shop.
And I am only giving Nathan a whole bunch of crap. That's it. It's not that I want him to. I don't want, and this is for all of you out there, folks. I root for the drama of telling a story. You don't go to the movie theater to watch the story start. It'd be Ben Stein monotone. Visine is the Visine of the Visine of the Visine, and then it ends 10 minutes later, and you go, well, that wasn't very good. No, we want the drama. I want to see Nathan O'Luel have to fight for it, even though he's a great driver. Same with Andrew Payne. I want to see Andrew Payne fight for it. They're fantastic drivers, but I want to see them fight for it. And it's my job to create the storyline. It's my job to create the drama, and that's what I'm going to do because it's more interesting that way.
Love me some drama. Yep.
Mark could have put the bumper to him and should have.
Oh, man. I was
not wreck
him
a
little bit more.
Not wreck him, but
let's do different things. Yep.
Yeah, not wreck him. I don't want anybody to wreck anybody. That's not at all what I'm saying. Nathan O'Luel
just move him up the track a little bit.
Did exactly what he needed to. Yeah, absolutely. He did what he needed to. He took the line away from Mark. Mark wasn't able to get himself back around, but we've watched Nathan try to put the bumper to the outside of people and pass people way on the outside where he shouldn't be. In other tracks. So that's where I was curious as to why he didn't try that earlier to get around a few of the drivers. I think the different situation, different storyline would have played out. Still think that Mark Odell this was his race. And it's unfortunate things happened the way they did, but Mark Odell was the class act of today's race. Colby Hartung was a top 3 car as well. Striker, it happened again to him. And it's always the wall. Always the wall.
A little bit of wall.
It was good. It was fun. It was a good race. Nathan O'Luel gets 6th win of the season. Chop Shop Xfinity Series tomorrow. And that's my race week. I don't have another race until next Friday and Saturday. So that means I have to find some way to fulfill my time. And folks, we're going to do it. We're going to find a way to fulfill the time. because I've got sponsorships to keep. I've got people to keep making happy on my end as well. And we're going to be working on, well, if you missed the post on our Facebook page and our Twitter, I am going to be trying to call some squad gameplay. It is like an esport gameplay between two different. Basically, take 100 players, put them on one battlefield, and that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be trying to call that out, and it's going to be epic. We're going to be trying that out, and somehow, some way, we're going to make it an esport. We're going to try to figure out a way to do that. James, thank you very much for the like. I appreciate you. So we're going to do that. I'm working on that as we speak. I've been getting in and playing squad. It's interesting. It is very loud. It's very intense. It reminds me of being deployed. So we'll get that stuff taken care of. We're going to try that out as some more content, get some exposure to some of these content creators that are out there and some of these other folks that are doing a great job. But iRacing is still the platform where we call our races, and we're going to be able to try to do some more with. So be good, be safe, folks. Myself, Grijalva, Fuego Paint Shop. Where can they find you at again?
Discord, Chop Shop Discord should be in the links below. I think we have it posted.
Mm-hmm.
Find me in the Chop Shop Discord and on Trading Paints under Frostbite, I believe, or it's under your name, right? Under my name, Joseph Grijalva. It's Trading Paints. So look me up, send me a message, and we'll work whatever you want out.
Let's go to ChopShopIRacing.com to find out all the sponsors of the Chop Shop Racing Series. You want to be a part of that? Make sure that you reach out to them. They have a new series coming up for the Xfinity or for the Truck Series. Since season 1 just ended, they're going to start another one. So make sure you check them out. Also, go to SigEsports.com. Hit that merch shop if you want to donate. It's $ Signature Esports at Cash App. Do that, or hit one of the tip pages that we have. One of the 90,000 ones that we have. Outside of that, be good, be safe, be kind to one another, because if you don't, I'm going to kick your butt. Be good. We'll see you in the next one.